Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of You and Me and Her, a love story on PC. If I run, I can still make it in time for the play. Admittedly, I took a hell of a detour, but at least I've resolved that misunderstanding. Man, I'm so ashamed of myself for ever doubting Aoi or Yutaru. Of course, I'd still like to know why Aoi left the house, especially since she did it behind my back. I'm sure there's gotta be a good reason for it, right? Hado-chan's in the theater club. I can't rule out the possibility that the two of them are working on some kind of birthday surprise for me. Maybe I should pretend I didn't see anything. I hand in my ticket and head into the dark gymnasium. The play has yet to start, but most of the seats are full. All that's left is to wait for the curtain to rise.
Shinichi, 遅いじゃない。
Yeah, I know. Something came up.
葵いないみたいだけど、彼女絡み?
If Miyuki is on the surprise, then I probably shouldn't cop to what I just saw now. She's feeling sick today.
体調不良?
Don't worry, it's nothing serious. Miyuki's expression stiffens, but I wave away her concern. Just a minor fever. You know how she's been under the weather lately.
ちょっと葵に連絡してみてくれる?
Her phone's always out of service, though.
家の電話でいいわ.
Seriously, you don't need to worry about...
お願い.
The look in her eyes is dead serious. Weird. Why is she so insistent about this? Oh well, it's just one measly phone call, I guess. As requested, I take out my cell phone. Is this part of the birthday surprise? Confused, I called my empty house. I know Aoi is not there right now, so no one's going to answer. After a handful of rings, I end the call. She wasn't doing too well when I last saw her, so she's probably... Miyuki?
やっぱり一緒にいるんだ.
I look over to find Miyuki on her phone, too.
わかったわ. 今から行く.
Finished your call?
葵は出なかったわね.
She's probably just asleep.
もし外で誰かと会ってたら? デートの約束を蹴ってまで彼女が会わなきゃならない人がいるとしたら?
What are you talking about?
一緒に来て.
Without another word, Miyuki strides off towards the exit. Wait, what about the play?
役を降りたって言ったでしょ?
But you went to the trouble of getting me these tickets.
私は誰よりもよくあなたの性格を知っている. あなたの優しさも勇敢さも、そして何より嫉妬深さも.
My jealous side?
あなたにはこの現実を見届ける義務がある. だからついてきて.
We walk silently down the dark road. Miyuki abandoned the performance just to drag me out here. She's so deadly serious, I don't even feel like making a casual joke. Something tells me this isn't a birthday surprise after all. We head back down the road I took to get here. Then finally we arrive at Yutaro's family corner store. Maybe Miyuki has the same misconception about Yutaru and Aoi. If so, I should probably go ahead and explain everything. Listen, to tell the truth, I stopped by here on my way to the performance just now. Aoi was supposed to be laid up in bed with a fever, but I saw her stumbling out of the house. I thought maybe she was cheating on me. But that was all just a misunderstanding. You know that Hado-chan girl in your club? She...
知ってるわ.
Yeah?
彼が問題なのよ.
I don't get it. What's wrong with Aoi hanging out with Hado-chan? Wait. Did you just say he? Just then, the automatic doors slide open.
Shinichi! すいませんでした!
Yutaro dashes out and drops to his knees. Oh, what's going on?
まさか龍二郎がそんなことするなんて。本当になんて言えばいいのか。
What's going on with your brother? I don't get it.
まさかとは思ってたけど、知らなかったのね。
Miyuki turns to me.
その龍二郎が春ちゃんなのよ。
Ryujiro is Yutaru's younger brother. Yutaru's been agonizing over him for days, and now Miyuki claims he and Haruchan are the same person. But Haruchan doesn't look like a guy at all.
そうなんだ。
Oh, right. Yutaru told me time and time again about Ryujiro's dangerous good looks. And if I think about it, it does sort of explain some things. Like why she was wearing a guy's uniform at the corner store. Wait, but Haruchan was wearing a girl's uniform at school.
演劇用の衣装よ。本当は今日の舞台、男の子が女装してソフトボール部の助っ人に来るって話だったから。
He was wearing a girl's uniform when we first met, so I must have just assumed. Come to think of it, that would explain why she was flustered enough to hide in the prop closet. After all, I'd probably do the same if my brother's friend walked in on me cross-dressing. But isn't his name Ryujiru? Why would he go by Haru?
春はあけぼの。
Of course. In spring, it is the dawn. That famous quote by, say, Shogun or whatever.
そろそろ認識が追いついてきたかしら。春ちゃんは男。つまり葵はあなたとのデートの約束を保護にしてまで別の男と外出した。
Miyuki thrust the cold, hard reality in my face. Pointless as it is, I still try to stick my head in the sand. Maybe they're working on a birthday surprise for me. You know, some fun little...
俺、うすうす気づいてたんだ。
Yutaru chokes the words out.
龍二郎に彼女ができたらしいって話しただろ。考えてみたら、向こうが店に顔を見せるようになったのちょうどその頃からで。最近はよく一緒に外出してた。
Aoya was often seen visiting catnip with a friend.
龍二郎もゲームに詳しいから結構話が弾んでるなっては思ってたんだけど。
新一、しっかりして。
Miyuki?
葵は嘘をついて新一とのデートの約束を破って別の男と外出してるだけ。浮気したって決まったわけじゃないわ。
Cheating. My sight goes fuzzy. Maybe the rumors were right. She tricked me, betrayed me, and now she's with another guy.
葵を全部信じてほしいの。
This can't be real.
落ち込むのは事実が明らかになってからでも遅くない。行きましょう。
Blinded by despair, Miyuki's voice is the one guiding light left in my darkness. Clinging to that faint hope, I walk down the road.
龍二郎にはさっきから全然電話が通じない。心当たりはここだけだ。龍二郎のバイト仲間が衣装部屋って言って共同で一部屋借りてるんだ。
こんなところに？
ああ、友達は売れっ子ばかりだからな。
The elevator comes to a stop, and the doors open. The hallway is quiet and devoid of life, save for us. We creep down the hall, careful not to make a sound. Then Yutaru stops in front of a door. Apartment 804.
ここから先はお前に任せる。
The door key dangles from his finger.
新一、よく聞いて。今ならここでやめることもできる。
Okay, sorry. I thought I would change the description a little bit.
それでもどうしても先に進むのね。
I wanted to believe in Aioi. Her words. Her tears. Hell, I'm still desperate to believe her now. But Miyuki's right. I'm a jealous guy. I refuse to let the woman I love cheat on me with someone else. I take the key from Yutaro. It's cold and heavy and digs into my skin. My hand shakes, but there's no turning back now. No matter what waits me beyond this door, whether or not I can accept the reality I find there, pinning all my hopes and fears on the key, I stuff it into the lock. Slowly, quietly, I turn the key. Slowly, quietly, the lock slides free. We walk silently into the apartment. The faintest shuffle of our footsteps sounds deafening. I hold my breath, clutch at my chest, and let my feet carry me forward. The apartment is empty. With all the high-end furnishings, I can't possibly imagine an ordinary high schooler living here. But either way, no one is here.
お手洗いにもいない。お風呂場にもいない。何より玄関に靴がない。
来てない。
いいえ、来てるわ。お風呂場はまだ濡れてる。蛇口をひねったら水は冷めきってなかったわ。龍次郎は葵と一緒にコンビニを出た。そしてその後、この部屋のシャワーが使われていた。
That's just circumstantial evidence.
そうね。今のところ確証はないわ。
Yutaro, is it cool if I poke around?
お前がそれを望むなら。
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. But maybe there's a chance I could find proof of her innocence. I nod silently. I don't want to look. I don't want to find anything. But I ignore the voice screaming in my head and dig around anyway. Almost like I'm compelled by some invisible force.
シーチ、しっかりして。まだ落ち込むのは早いんだから。ほら、相手が葵だって決まったわけじゃ。
Aioi was definitely here. I slowly reach down to grab the thing I stepped on. My fingers are numb and trembling. I can barely even pick it up. Aioi is cheating on me. Lying on the floor is a kitty hairpin.
Shinichi.
What?
質問なの。
Aioi smiles brightly at me.
何か欲しいものある？
What do you mean?
プレゼントされたら嬉しいものなの。新一がくれたこのヘアピンみたいに。
Aioi takes a kitty hairpin out of her pocket. Sure enough, it looks exactly like the one I gave her. She always said she'd take good care of it. But is it really the same one?
新一？
What brought this on all of a sudden?
あ、なんでもなくて、ただ、新一のこと知りたかったの。
Ah, I see. It's kind of hard to answer on the spot.
よく考えるの。絶対何か欲しいものあるの。
Let's see. A joke answer comes to mind. Someone who will love me forever, I guess?
ルル？
Aioi blushes faintly.
それ、葵もいいと思うの。
Let's go with that then.
それで、ルル？
She pauses, then tilts her head.
それはプレゼントにならないの。他には何かないの？
Like I said, it's hard to think of anything when you put me on the spot. Like if I asked you what you want.
新一
Whoa. I recoil, but Aoi clings to me anyway.
新一が欲しいの。だって葵は新一が大好きで、他には何もいらないの。
She looks at me with love in her eyes. The sunset dazzles me. I feel dizzy. My brain rattles around in my head. I might lose it altogether.
好きだから
Her hand slides down my back.
葵と一緒に。
Just then, my pocket vibrates. Sorry. I hastily take out my phone. It's an email from Miyuki. And if Aoi knew what it said, everything would come crashing down.
新一
Sorry, Miyuki wants to see me.
欲しいものは
Just get me whatever. Give me something you'd like.
葵が好きなもの
Anyway, see ya. With that, I dash down the ladder.
トゥルルルルルルルルルルルルルル
Above me, I can faintly hear her start transmitting. The instant the door closes, my nausea overwhelms me.
新一大丈夫
Miyuki. Miyuki must have been watching the whole thing. She gently rubs my back. Sorry about that. Whenever she touches me, I just get so... The memory of her smile threatens to make me puke all over again. When she put her arms around me, it made my skin crawl. After all, I knew what she did with those hands. She used them to touch some other guy.
無理しなくていいのよ
Thanks. Miyuki consoles me and even cleans up the mess I made. Without her, I'm sure I would have completely lost my shit by now. So, I got your email. What'd you want to talk about? Did you find out how she got another one of these? I pulled the kitty hairpin out of my pocket. This is proof that she betrayed me. And yet, she somehow has a near-identical pin in her possession.
猫まんまで確認してきたわやっぱりあれ手作りで一つしかなくて再入荷した商品をあの日彼女が買いに来たって
That settles it. I bite back my nausea. Okay, I've made up my mind. You know that idea you had? Let's do it.
葵はゲームのヒロインなの中身は空っぽ心も体も家族も友達も誕生日もなかったのでも新一はくれた葵に全部くれただからありがとう
The blindfold falls from my eyes. Before me sits a candlelit cake.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shinichi. Happy birthday to you.
新一よおめでとうまた一つ男の階段を登ったな。いくつになったんだっけ？
Same as you, genius.
便宜上18歳なの？
What do you mean, legally obligated?
ほら、わけわからないこと言ってないで。新一、お誕生日おめでとう。
Whoa, look at the size of that thing. Miyuki hands me a giant bouquet of flowers. I can smell the lilies from here. She's been putting quite a few things into place for me, but I hadn't realized she'd prepared such a thoughtful gift. This is shaping out to be one hell of a birthday party. Wrestling with my emotions, I forced myself to speak. Thanks, everyone.
まだまだ感謝するのは早いわよ。さあ、プレゼントを渡しましょう。そうね。まずは、葵から。
Aoi's hand shoots up into the air. Then she dashes out into the hall. She returns, dragging a large, heavy box. Though she pulls with all her might, the box barely inches forward.
なんだろう俺が。
大丈夫なの。葵からのプレゼント。ルルル。
あっちゃー。
葵大丈夫？失敗なの。
The box opens, spilling its contents. Yeah, please.
健康なの。
それが誕生日プレゼント？
ルル。
Aoi walks into the kitchen and opens the fridge.
トマト畑なの。
だな。
今までの中身はどうしたの？捨てたの。ちょっと。これが葵の欲しいもの。それを新一にプレゼントするの。喜んでくれるの？
Oh, yeah, thanks. Looks like I'll be getting plenty of vitamins from here on out.
逆に体壊すわよ。お弁当作りやめられないわね。
幼なじみの手作り弁当？貴様食ってるのか？食ってるんだな！
葵も食べてるの。
なんと二色弁当？いいですね、男のロマンですね、モテモテですね、羨ましいですね、リア充ですね。爆発しろ！
ゆうたろうくんも大変ね。
曽根さんに哀れまれた。おかしい。なぜだ？哀れみの瞳に俺のロマン力が高まっていく。
M の目覚めなの？
He seems happy. I'm almost a little impressed.
さあ、いつまでも遊んでないで。
Miyuki whirls around, her long hair swaying behind her.
そろそろ本番行きましょう。
Down to business. That's the code phrase. Yutaru tenses up. I try to keep a straight face.
それじゃあまず俺のプレゼントだな。お誕生日おめでとう。
Stammering, Yutaru hauls out his gift. A DVD?
ああ、特別編集の秘蔵 DVD だ。
無修正はダメなの。回収の危険なの。
あははははは。
Yutaru laughs awkwardly. Aoi doesn't seem to notice, though. Can we see what's on it?
おう、それじゃあ俺がセットするな。ケーキ食いながらみんなで見よう。
Aoi raises her hand to the ceiling.
みゆきのプレゼントは？え？私のプレゼントは…そうね。最後に渡そうかしら。最後なの？
Just then, the doorbell rings.
ルル？
あいつかな。俺出てくるわ。
Yutaru dashes out of the living room.
誰なの？
Oh, did we not tell you? We invited one more person.
お客さんなの？
You know how Yutaru said he got himself a girlfriend?
脳内彼女？
Or so I thought. Anyway, I told him not to invite her, and
彼女実在した？お邪魔します。あれ？
Ayoi freezes, but I'm not surprised. After all, she probably recognizes that voice.
ご本お待たせいたしました。俺の彼女の春です。
皆さんはじめまして。私春と言います。よろしくお願いします。
Haru, Ryojiro whispers feebly. Yutaro's brother. Miyuki's fellow thespian. And Aoi's secret paramour. The tension hangs in the air. Hmm? Ayoi, do you know her?
知らないの。
Huh, that's funny. Wasn't she the one who helped you pick out Eru's milk at the corner store?
そうかも。でもそれだけ。まあまあ、細かいことはいいじゃない。それよりほら、ケーキ食べましょう。
The five of us sit around the table and eat our cake. Ayoi ends up seated next to Ryojiro. Nobody says a word. Bit by bit, the cake disappears. Ayoi seems panicked. She keeps glancing all around the room. I can barely suppress a rush of glee.
誕生日おめでとうございます。
Unable to bear the tension in the room, Ryojiro stands up from his chair. We told him to rehearse his line in advance, but his voice shakes so badly, I find myself wondering how he made it into the theater club at all.
これ私からプレゼントです。
Ryojiro hands me a small box. I take it without saying thank you. Then I open it slowly to make her really sweat. Whoa! This is the hairpin I gave Ayoi. Ayoi starts digging around in her pocket.
でも新一からもらったのはここに。私の部屋に落ちてました。
Ayoi's expression stiffens. Her eyes are wide, like someone just shoved her off a cliff. This is the exact look I wanted to see on her face. But we're only just getting started. That's strange. I thought it was handmade and one of a kind.
違うの。落としたりしないの。新一のプレゼントは肌身離さないの。それ嘘よね。みゆき、葵、嘘なんて。店員さんに聞いたわよ。あの演劇の日、熱っぽい顔をしたあなたが再入荷されたばっかりのヘアピンを買いに来たって。どこかに落として慌てて買いに行ったんじゃないの？葵、そんなことしてない。私、店員さんに後で聞いたの。あなた、はるちゃんと何度も言ってたって。それは、でも、謝るなら今のうちよ。
Yuki's using her friendly advice tone of voice.
本当のことを言えば新一だって許してくれるわ。でも葵、嘘なんて言ってないの。それは大切なもので、それだけは落としたりしない。じゃあ部屋に入ったのは認めるの？はるちゃんの部屋には入ったのよね？はるちゃんの部屋に、その。
Her voice is barely a whisper. Her lips tremble, and she falls silent. Yutaru.
おう。
Yutaru's gift is sitting in the ashtray, or this tray. He presses the play button and the screen lights up with security camera footage from the corner store. The store is dimly lit and devoid of any other customers. Behind the counter, Ryujuru and Aoi share a tender embrace.
嘘なの。
Then the camera zooms in and the footage grows more distorted. It shows Ryujuru and Aoi kissing, over and over.
店の防犯カメラを見直したら映ってたんだ。
Tell me, Aoi. Apparently I'm quite the jealous monster. As I fight the urge to smash the TV, I force myself to speak calmly. We're boyfriend and girlfriend, aren't we? So why did you kiss him? You're my girlfriend, aren't you? You told me to believe in you, isn't that right? And you cried and everything. What was that anyway? Just an act?
しんち。
I tried. I tried really hard. I tried to accept you. I tried to trust you. But how did you feel about me? What was on your mind when you were kissing him?
好きなの。葵はずっと新一が好きで、だから。
Bullshit! I can't take it anymore. I knew Haru was Yutaru's brother. I knew you were alone together in that apartment. But I played dumb. All this time I acted like everything was fine. I held back my feelings and played the part of the happy boyfriend. Being around you made me so sick. I threw up dozens of times. But I endured it. I told myself I had to grit my teeth and bear it. All so I could shove it in your face right here, right now. My love for Aoi is gone. My rational sense is gone. All that's left is hate. And a thirst for revenge. Or so I thought. Yet, I can still feel a burning anger somewhere deep down inside. So, what were you doing? You broke off our date to go be alone with some other guy, right? So what the fuck were you doing? I wanted to believe in you. I really did. Why would you betray me like this? I asked you a question, Aoi.
それが葵の存在理由。
Say what?
そうしろって神様が。
You and your fucking god!
やめてください。
Before I can lash out, Ryojuro jumps in between us.
もうやめてください。約束通りお芝居に付き合ったじゃないですか。私がみんな悪いです。私の気の迷いだったんです。だからもうやめてあげてください。
Wow, that's love for you. I'm so touched I could cry. I'm not buying that bullshit. I slam my fist down on the table, but it's funny. At this point, I can't even feel the pain. Be straight with me. You were like, oh hey, wants Zappy. That's all you care about, right? This is hilarious. My sides are in orbit. I'm actually crying too. Are these tears of frustration? Or sadness? Or maybe they're happy tears. Out of nowhere, Aoi pulls out her phone and lifts it into the air. I snatched the phone from her. Shut the fuck up. The screen displays her mid-call to God. You cheat on me because God told you to? That's such a load of bullshit. I fling her phone to the ground. The screen shatters on impact. Ayoi just stares down at it. There's only one thing I want from her now. Let's have her tell the truth. Although the truth from her point of view is much different than what we think of as the truth, huh? Look, just be honest with me. Tell me the real reason why you cheated on me. Please, just help me understand. I know it's pathetic, but I'm desperate. I love her too much. I just can't shrug this off. Did she lose interest in me? Was Ryojiro just better looking? I just want an explanation. I don't care what it is. I just want to understand why. Ayoi looks at me blankly, the same way she always used to. She mumbles quietly. On the surface, she sounds normal, but I can tell. She's utterly defeated. Guys.
わかった。
Miyuki falls silent, but Yutaro pipes up in her stead.
ほら、龍次郎、行くぞ。
すすき先輩、なんて言ったらいいのか、
I don't want to hear it.
でも、これだけは信じてください。私の部屋に上がった時、葵先輩が途中で帰っちゃったのは本当のことで、だから葵先輩の好きって気持ちはきっとずっとすすき先輩に。
龍次郎。
Yutaro gently puts a hand on Ryojiro's trembling shoulder.
行くぞ。
失礼します。
The Akabono brothers walk out of the living room. Now it's just me, Ayoi, and Miyuki. The seconds tick by, slow and steady. Miyuki, please.
わかったわよ。二人きりにしてあげるけど、約束して。おかしなことはしないでよ。
I won't. Miyuki sighs heavily.
私はあの日決めたの。一度の過ちなら許すわ。でも二度目は絶対に許さない。
Yes, yes. Let's remember her words.
永遠の愛を裏切らないで。
Love is eternal. What?
それじゃあまた会いましょう。
Miyuki leaves the room. Unfortunately, I'm in no mood to believe in eternal love. Okay, they're gone. It's just me and Ayoi now, alone in the living room. Her eyes are like saucers. It's like all her hopes were crushed with her cell phone. I take a deep breath to steady myself. Then I move in close to Ayoi. Please, tell me. Why did you betray me?
葵はゲームのヒロインなの。神様がこの世界に合わせて作った。
Shut the fuck up! Before I can stop myself, I scream at her. I'm sick of your fucking game bullshit!
本当なの。
Her gaze is firm.
神様がいるの。神様は概念的存在。あらゆる世界の攻略キャラの総合体。ヒロインのイデアなの。葵は神様から生み出されたアバター。膨大なデータベースからこの世界に最適化された形。その目的は一つ。たくさんの主人公を攻略してイベント CG を回収すること。君の青いルートは同時に神様の新一ルートなの。新一とエッチしてもう新一ルートはコンプリート。新しい CG 回収できないと葵に存在理由ないの。電池も切れて電波届かなくてセーブできないまま 消えるの。だから葵は春ちゃんルートに行ったの。それが新一を裏切った理由。
Her expression doesn't shift an inch. She rattles it all off like it's the most normal thing in the world, like she's reading from a script.
でももうお別れなの。バイバイなの。
She silently turns away, and then she walks off. Her uncertain footsteps grow faint. And then we'll pick Aoya's lying. It was all lies, wasn't it? My mouth moves of its own accord. You never loved me. You just wanted CGs. So you cheated on me without a second thought. Just then, Aoya's face twists in misery. Pure emotion wells up in her eyes.
新一、葵は新一を裏切ったの。たくさん悪いことをしたの。隠し事も嘘もしてきたの。でもこれだけは信じてほしいの。新一は葵が初めて本気で好きになれた人なの。だからこの記憶なくしたくなかった。ゲームをリセットされたくなかった。
How can I discern truth from falsehood? How can I tell fact from fiction? I don't know. But if I'm supposed to believe her tears were fake, well, I'd rather just off myself instead. So that's the reason you cheated on me, huh?
でもやっぱりできなかった。新一が好きだから。
Why did you hide it? Why didn't you just tell me?
話したら葵を嫌いになるから。
No, I wouldn't.
あるの。
Aoi smiles sadly, almost like she sees right through me.
葵は神様のアバターなの。記憶を同期しているの。だから別の世界の別の体の記憶あるの。
Other worlds?
葵はいろんなヒロインになってたくさん CG 回収したの。葵おちんちん大好きなの。女の子ともしたの。妹ともしたの。ハゲ親父とも。それは葵。体は違うけど間違いなく葵なの。新一はそういうの嫌いなの。
That's not true.
知ってるの。葵の他にそういうルートがあって。だからもうゲームオーバーなの。
No. I can feel my voice start to break, but this is my fate. I have to say it. There's no such thing as a game over. No saving, no loading. We only get one life. This is it. But that's why we fall in love so passionately.
本気で。
You can't overwrite your mistakes in real life like you can in a video game. But in exchange, real life lasts way, way longer. You can start over as many times as you want.
やり直し本当にできる？
I have a decision to make. It'll mean setting aside all my dignity and changing who I am as a person. but I'll do it for her. For love. No matter how many times I mess up or get hurt. Let's stay together. And so I quietly take out my cell phone. Alright, why don't we stop it there? I know it's a cliffhanger. You know, you guys love me for it. Anyway, this is Audapostrophe, and you've been watching You and Me and Her, a love story on PC. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.